Hi guys, welcome to the next weekly mentoring video. It's Monday 27th of July 2020. Adam speaking, and today is a very special edition. I will show you why. It was a very interesting week last week of trading. There were a couple positions which went really bad, and that's actually great because we can learn a lot of things out of that. And of course I handled them in a way. Some of them are still being handled, and we'll discuss them. I will also answer some of the questions that you send me either via Facebook group or email, and we'll discuss a couple of topics which are related to hedging and risk-free trades and stuff like that, and then we probably go through our weekly or daily routine and find some cool trades for this week. So let me start, because this is a somehow special edition, so I will start with a little agenda that I have for today. So if I pull the my slides here, so 27th July, I have actually an agenda today because it's so much stuff that I need to be talk about. So not to forget. So we'll be talking about AMD trade. I had a trade which had a condor on it, and it was a failing short call side of the condors. So failing meaning it went really bad. So the AMD actually skyrocketed and passed the short call side, and I was in trouble. And I will show you how I handled this. Another one, Intel, actually this one failed on the short put side, and quite unexpectedly it had a huge gap due to the announcement of they postponed something with like some chip was not, production of some chip was postponed by 6 months, and it was unexpected. The earnings of Intel were great, but it didn't matter, and AMD profited from that. So those two are related. I will talk about Twitter trade, which was a purely volatility trade. It's a very interesting one. 4 days before earnings, you can actually make some cash flow out of trades which you place very close to earnings. The premiums are high, and when it's very unlikely that the company will fall or go above some certain level of price, you may actually collect nice premiums in very short time. NEM, that's a gold mining company. It's a very cool trade that I've made with, you remember, synthetic coal. It was very beneficial, and what I was showing you was how to place a synthetic long on this, but I didn't show you how to exit it, and where do you finish your synthetic long, when do you exit out this position. And I exited it out with a risk-free long call spread, and I kind of created a goose laying golden eggs trade. We will see what it is, and I will explain the risk-free. It was actually Veronica's question, like, can you talk about risk-free? How do you create those, and how do they work? I will show you. Then we'll talk about butterflies, and I have a couple of butterflies there on my list in my portfolio. They are not performing really well right now, but what I'm expecting, they're long-term butterflies. I expect them to actually perform as long as the markets will be bullish, and I think they will, at least for a while. And then we move to part 2, where we'll talk about stop loss orders, how to create them. I will talk about OCO order, which is one cancels other order. It's a very interesting one. Stop loss on option trades and stop losses on stock trades. Then we'll talk a little bit about beta weighting, because I guess this is something that needs to be explained, like how do you, and hedging. How do you know when you need to exit your hedge, or how do you know, if this is still good to have it or not, So Craig asked this question, so we'll answer this, and I will talk about a little bit at the end about the Academy. So the new 5K program and YouTube channel that I created, and probably it's going to be some cool stuff on it too. So let's begin, and let's move to this crazy think or swim. And I'm going to actually resize this first, so it fits nicely here, and you see everything. And you will very quickly see that this portfolio is not performing really well now. So, and that's due to the Intel trade, which is generating a huge loss here. At least that's how it looks like on the portfolio here in PL Open, and this is causing most of